Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to review and talk about Whistlepig Campstock. I have never seen this before. It just came out this year, and I was going to a local liquor store to pick up a special bottle of Jack Daniel's Single Barrel that was in honor of Talons Out Honor Flight, which I thought was a really cool cause. And that morning they had put these bad boys out, and I noticed that there weren't any reviews on YouTube yet or anybody talking about these things. So those of you who've been watching the channel for a while know that my usual video content is dune buggies, sand dunes, Porsches, car shows, you know, driving in the snow, craziness. But I was looking for reviews on this. I'm a bit of a closet bourbon nerd. My friends would say it's not very closet, it's pretty prominent. And I saw this and thought, you know, there are no reviews. Maybe it's time for me to be that guy. I watch a lot of bourbon reviews, but I never really done one myself. So we're going to pop this guy open and talk about it a little bit. So I walked in, there's a bit of backstory here. I'm at a friend's house who has this fantastic backdrop for me in this wonderful barn. His family's owned this farm since the 40s. It's absolutely fantastic out here. And a couple years ago, my wife and I and our two kids, we came to stay here in our camper on his property, and you know, everyone's sleeping throughout the night as they would. And little son, he was about 1.5 years old, woke up, and she wanted to get him out of the camper and not wake me and my daughter up, which was very nice of her. And she hopped in the truck, was gonna take him out in town and take him to the grocery store, you know, standard, you know, 2-year-old entertainment, right? Unfortunately, she didn't know that my friend and I had moved the solo stove from the deck to the yard. It was the first, he had unboxed it that day. He was super excited, super proud of it, really excited to have fun around this thing. And he wasn't sure how it would do with heat on the wooden deck, didn't want to leave it overnight, have some embers pop out, burn the house down, right? I think it's pretty wise, not knowing the solo stove very well. And we moved it out in the yard. Unfortunately, we moved it out into the turnaround for vehicles to leave the house. Sure enough, my wife ran over the solo stove, crushed like a pop can. The video you're seeing right now is after a friend of ours had sort of bent it back into round and didn't leave it in the completely crushed shape it was in. I am shocked it didn't end up going through the oil pan on my F-150. It did kind of trash that underneath, you know, plasticky, felty protective layer, but who cares? You don't need it anyway. So anyway, one use on the solo stove you just saw a video of, and then we bought him the Gen 2. It was just a thank you present for not kicking us off the property. So anyway, when I saw this 3 or 4 days ago, right before Memorial Day weekend, this is Saturday of Memorial Day weekend 2024 right now, I saw this Campstock, and for those of you who don't know, this is a Whistlepig product that is 85% wheat, which is MGP, 15% Whistlepig rye, and its party trick is the fact that it was finished in barrels that received, I believe, a #1 char by being toasted by solo stoves. I don't know if it was these guys or if it was the bonfires. Someone can let me know in the comments, but I thought it was pretty neat that these bottles got finished in barrels that were toasted by solo stoves. So who knows, maybe complete marketing gimmick. Maybe I'm getting taken for a ride here. That's a nice metal topper. That's pretty impressive. I've actually only ever had one Whistlepig before. I can't remember what it was. It was a store pick down at Party Source in whatever city that is in northern Kentucky, where New Riff is. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put the old stopper back on that guy before we lose it. Some nice smells already. Yeah, this is a bit of a man's pour here, folks. Hope I'm not offending anyone. I probably am. I'm smelling a lot of fruit up front. It's more of a melon. I definitely smell the toast. Smell some toast, smell some melon. Smell a lot of your typical vanillas, things you get in bourbons and things you get in a lot of toasted products. You know, this is a fresh crack. The neck pour has not left. I know some of my friends that are convinced the neck pour is complete garbage. No matter how expensive the bottle, will be very unhappy with me that I decided to fresh crack this on camera. But you know, sometimes you have to fresh crack it on camera. So, no, smells are nice. Let's give her a sip. It's got some heat to it. I don't actually know. What is the proof on this? 43%. Interesting. 86 proof. So that burn is clearly not proof driven. It's got to be that rye. But it's only 15% rye. I like how they're calling this smokeless toast. For those of you, I'm sure, who are aware, Solo Stove's claim to fame is the fact that it's a smokeless fire pit. So I will admit to you all, I was about to give you in the comments a lot of ammunition for me being a complete amateur and having a Solo Stove just bellowing smoke, because we threw some oak in here that wasn't exactly dry. And it took a little bit of time to come to temperature, and she was kind of rolling smoke. I know I'd never live to see the end of it if I let that be posted. But yeah, it's quite a thing. So I like the whole smokeless toast tagline on here. It also says, pour yourself s'more on the side. Solo Stove Toasted Limited Edition. Campstock wheat whiskey finished in Solo Stove toasted barrels, 43% ABV, 86 proof. Oh, stove, Solo Stove Bonfire 2.0. That's what it was finished, what the barrels were toasted on. Pretty cool. I mean, you know, it's a neat little marketing gimmick. You know, I think it's kind of neat they were able to toast those barrels on this thing, or on one of these Solo Stoves, and, you know, give people something to talk about. It's weird because I've been, you know, on my bourbon adventure here for a few years now, and kind of started with the typical bourbons everyone drinks, and sort of ventured out and tried some wheats, and then tried some ryes, and kind of gotten used to it. It's strange. You know, a lot of people love wheats. I'm usually not a huge fan of a lot of them. Ryes have completely stolen my heart. It's interesting because this being, you know, 85% MGP wheat, you know, I know a lot of people are doing great things with sourced MGP whiskey. For me, the rye is really what sets it off. I like the little bit of spice. I like some of the marshmallow I get from it. I've always enjoyed some of the flavor profiles that come out of a rye as opposed to a wheat or even just a standard bourbon. So this is very good. I'm still trying to identify some flavors here. Yeah, after a few more sips, the heat I'm talking about is absolutely not proof. It's completely that rye. It has to be. Who knows? Maybe it's some of that interesting toast profile. But the burn is definitely not there from a proof perspective. This thing is very crushable. Summertime campfire, sitting around the fire with your friends, with our dear friend the Solo Stove here. You know, the price point, I will say, is a bit high. I think here in Michigan, MSRP state minimum pricing on this is $72.99. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what the number was on it when I picked it up. So, you know, it's a little elevated, especially considering it's a 90, what did I say? 86 proof. 86 proof, it's under 90. Yeah, this is a light boy. This is a light boy from a proof perspective. So if you like high proof stuff or even 100 proof stuff, this might not be for you. But if you want to have something to pour around your Solo Stove or a campfire on a camping trip, this just might be the thing, and it's got kind of a cool gimmick behind it. So anyway, again, appreciate you all stopping by to check out this video. You know, this is completely off brand for what we usually see on our channel, but if you all like it, you know, I've got plenty of other bottles we can talk about. I'd love to set up some conversations and you know, chat with some of my friends and do some tastings and show you all. We do tons of blind tastings and things with my friend group, and it can be pretty entertaining to say the least. So if you like what you see here, please leave me a like on the video. Please let me know what you think about Whistlepig Campstock if you've had a chance to try it. I know that at least as of today, there are no reviews on YouTube of this. As far as I know, I may be one of the first couple. So let me know what you think, both of the video and Campstock. For those of you who are subscribed already to the channel, I appreciate you stopping by to check out the video as always. For those of you who are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button if you like this content and like to see more bourbon tastings and more dune buggies and everything else I get involved in. And make sure you hit the notification bell, whether you're subscribed already or you're a new subscriber. Sometimes YouTube doesn't push these things out unless you hit that subscribe bell, and you'll get push notifications of new videos being posted. But again, thanks for stopping by, and my little fireside chat here talking about Whistlepig Campstock. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks. All right, folks, I got an apology to issue. After further review, this is not good. Don't buy this. If you can buy this for $30, maybe buy it. But 74 bucks, 73 bucks, whatever it is, this is a hard pass. You know, I'm not really used to doing these bourbon reviews on camera and sitting around talking in front of the camera without doing my usual selfie thing. Look how much more comfortable I am on camera right now. Yeah, this thing, it's not good. It's water. It smells bad. It has almost no redeeming qualities except for the fact that it's kind of cool looking. So Don't know what the fate for this is gonna be. It's gonna be leaving the channel, and we're gonna go back and cleanse the palate with something that's actually good. Cheers, y'all. Thanks for sticking around. I wouldn't leave you hanging. I wouldn't do that to you. Until next time.